A snowstorm shut down many Atlanta businesses in 2015, but not Waffle House. And a power outage in 2014 shut down several Cherokee County businesses, but this Waffle House cooked with gas and welcomed customers.
We do that through pretty much most storms, unless the building is somehow damaged.
And during hurricanes, you have tweeted Waffle House was the only food you could find. But here is your sign. A reporter at the Myrtle Beach NBC station posted on Facebook, Hurricane Florence is powerful enough to close down Waffle House. Pat Warner says the decisions are being made at the company's Storm Center at Waffle House HQ.
Right, we try to stay open as long as possible. Obviously, we will not ride out a storm inside a restaurant. That's just not the smart thing to do. So we will shut down as the storm gets closer.
Every restaurant in Florence's path is being monitored with forecast maps and security cameras, and any location in its path could be shut down.
We have about 230, 250 restaurants that we're really monitoring that could be impacted by the storm. And that's not counting the restaurants that are behind them inland, because they get affected by the people evacuating.
The idea of closing a restaurant, though, is foreign to Waffle House employees, and it is why the storm playbook exists.
It's kind of hard to do because we don't do that. All of our restaurants are 24 hours a day, so our management team doesn't know how to shut a restaurant down. So we actually have checklists and all. Here's how you turn everything off, because we don't do that.
When it comes to surveying storm damage, the federal government even unofficially turns to Waffle House with the Waffle House Index. Former FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate wrote in a blog post, they are open most of the time, and that was the index. If a Waffle House is closed because there's a disaster, it's bad. We call it red. If they are open but have limited menu, that's yellow. If they are green, we are good. Keep going. You haven't found the bad stuff yet.
We call it a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because people are looking at us, and when they see that we are back open, it kind of brings the community back. But it's also people are looking at us, so we've got to make sure that we respond and we are there for them.
And from the Storm Center today, corporate staff are organizing, quote, jump teams with generators and other supplies. So if a restaurant must close, they can rush in and reopen it as soon as the storm passes. I'm Joe Henke, 11 Alive News.